Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Please do like and subscribe for more confessions.
When should I tell my boyfriend it's over? I, 20F, was in a relationship with my boyfriend, 20M, for 3 years. Recently, he went through my phone while I was pulling an all-nighter for my finals and found out I'd smoked with some of my guy's friends, in which he never knew about. I never had sex or anything with them. My relationships with them are strictly platonic and they've never even made any sexual advances towards me and vice versa. I wouldn't have hung out with them had that not been the case. Anyways, he decided I had cheated on him and proceeded to flip out at me from 4 a.m. till my exam, which was at 9 a.m. Once I'd gotten him out of my house, he spent the next few days berating me and attacking me over text and phone call. I tried to be understanding the first couple times, but I can't anymore. I didn't even do anything wrong, just spent some time with my friends who respect me. The last time he called me to attack me, I told him that I need some space and he can contact me on a certain date once he sorted himself out. He agreed. However, I am happier than ever without him in my life and I have no interest in continuing the relationship. I've realized he is extremely manipulative and abusive and entirely codependent. He weighs me down and I love being alone so much. I haven't been this happy in a long time, but I'm getting nervous about telling him this. My friends are pretty split down the middle. Some are saying I should just tell him now since I've already decided and it would give him fuel to accuse me of leading him on. But the rest are saying to wait out the break since I don't owe him anything. So my question is, should I wait till the date or just get it over with now? Info: I would be telling him over the phone as I'm in the US and he's visiting him family in Europe for all of break. I have no want to see him again and definitely am not going to let this relationship hang over my head for that long. So in person isn't an option. Update: thank you so much for all of your advice. I texted him that it was over this morning and blocked his number, his friends, and all their social media. He didn't take it very well. He fully expected to stay together, but I kept my foot down. I don't think I have any of his things or he has any of mine. I will also already have moved into a new place by the time he gets back, so I don't think I'll have to see him again. Thank you so much to everyone again. I'm really excited to start this new chapter of my life and feel free again. Am I selfish for not leaving my partner even though I sometimes hurt him a lot? Me, F22, and my BF, M22, have been together for 2 years, living together for 6 months. I absolutely adore my boyfriend. He is the sweetest, most gentle, amazing human being to ever exist. I know he adores me too. We rarely fight. However, sometimes when I'm going through an extremely stressful time, we do fight. At the beginning I'd lash out at him. I'd raise my voice and ignore his feelings. It sounds weird, but during a fight I'm aware I'm hurting him, but in that moment I just feel pure emptiness. I decided to go to therapy and at first it really seemed to pay off. Our fights were actually mature. I'd often walk away from the situation to cool off. I'd communicate my feelings and be vulnerable rather than being petty. 1 year passed, and then we had a pretty bad f-king fight. I made him cry, and I felt absolutely terrible. It feels like we're back to square one. He told me that it's okay, that healing isn't linear, that he absolutely loves me, and I absolutely love him too. But I did hurt him yesterday and IDK. Is it selfish to stay with him? Should I only get in a relationship once I'm fully healed? Are there people out there who raise their voices during a fight? How do people forgive themselves and move on? TLDR, my past trauma results in me hurting my BF during fight. Working on it in therapy and things seem to be doing great, but then I hurt him again. Feel awful for staying with him cause I don't want to hurt him. 21F, boyfriend, 22M, made me sit in the back so his ex, 24F, can have the front seat. I, 21F, have been together with my boyfriend, 22M, for about 2 years now. Things have been alright. I cannot complain about anything in particular, except that at the start of our relationship, he kept mentioning his ex-girlfriend a lot. Oh, my ex had different body feature than you do, or my ex had the same bra as you do, and so on. You best believe he never wore that bra again. I didn't need to know that information. They were together when he was 15 and she was 17. At one point I got tired of me being somewhat compared to his ex-girlfriend. Also, besides him mentioning her in certain situations, he told me that she's a bad person and that she took advantages of his immaturity. His friends told me that she's not that great either, and I've got to see her once, unexpectedly in a store while shopping for groceries. I bumped into her while looking for something, and she snapped at me for not looking where I was going. That was kinda my fault. I am clumsy sometimes. Yesterday me and my boyfriend decided to go back to our hometown. Apparently, she moved towns as well and lives quite close to us. We were putting our bags in the car when my boyfriend saw her down the street and called her name. They hugged and he asked her what she's doing. How has she been, and she told us that she's going back home but has no ride. So she has to figure something out. My boyfriend offered to drive her as well, which I didn't have a problem with, until he told me to go sit in the back so she can stay in the front. The whole ride I felt inexistent, uncomfortable and miserable. My boyfriend didn't check on me. He only talked with her and her as well, only with him. And for those who'll probably say, well, why didn't you say something yourself? I tried to, but every time I was cut off by her, and my boyfriend didn't notice, or he acted like he didn't. I don't even know which is worse. I feel betrayed and shocked since he never showed interest in other women, especially his ex-girlfriend. What do I do now? Me and my boyfriend went back to our hometown and his ex came with us. I sat in the back seat while she, in the front. They talked the whole time and never once paid any attention to me, even though I tried to participate in the conversation as well. Best friend's wife is a monster. My husband and I have been very good friends with someone for 10 years, and I was friends with him for 7 years prior to that as well. He has a history of being in very troubled and abusive relationships, where he is 100% the victim, and unfortunately ended up marrying a monstrous woman, who had been married twice before and has 1 child from each ex. She brags that she is an awful and abusive mother and is saving up for their future therapy because she doesn't want to change. But I digress. I am mixed race and she says horrifically racist things all the time around me, tries to hit on my husband and makes him uncomfortable, is cruel to everyone around her and extremely cruel to him. She was aggressive and violent the night before their wedding, and on their wedding night yelled about how she regretted marrying such a loser, has made him sleep in his car after a fight, etc. His family and other friends also hate her for the same reasons, and we've all discussed that we're fearful for him and her children. He is so beaten down by all of these past relationships and won't go to therapy and just sort of disassociates and pretends everything is fine when it clearly isn't. I'm finally done trying to tolerate her and refuse to be around her anymore or expose my baby daughter to someone like her. I'm just looking for suggestions in dealing with this in a way where I don't lose this friendship, but don't have to see his wife anymore, though I'm also willing to accept it's not possible. My friend, 25F, and I, 26F, have been seeing the same person, 36M. Should I walk away? I, 26F, have been seeing Adam, 36M, for approx 6 weeks. We matched on a dating app, but I also knew him from the occasional hallway greeting at work. We've been sleeping together since the first date and have hung out at least once a week. Several days ago I found out Ashley, 25F, a friend of mine, has also been seeing him. They started talking 4 weeks ago, 2WKS into me seeing him. They went on a date 2 weeks ago, 4WKS into me seeing him. They had plans last week but Ashley had to cancel. Adam has been very straightforward about wanting to sleep with her during their text talks. His date plans with her mirror my experiences. Adam and I did not have a conversation about exclusivity. Technically he did nothing wrong by hooking up with her, but the fact that he used the same formula on her as me bothers me. I don't like that I was the backup option for the day she couldn't make it, especially since by that point we'd been on dates without hooking up and have had conversations that I wouldn't do with a random fling. Ashley and I hung out in a couple days ago in a group setting when the whole Adam ordeal came to light. I texted him as soon as I learned about it. The next day Ashley and I met and had a healthy one-on-one conversation about the situation where she disclosed everything. Despite his ask not to, we decided it would be best for both of us to step back. Her, because I was developing feelings for him, and me, because I was uncomfortable about things. After he'd gotten texts from each of us, he confessed to Ashley and me that he'd liked me for a while and wanted to pursue more, but was waiting until I was ready and would delete dating apps if I asked. He said he was planning to have a discussion about exclusivity the next time we met. I'm not sure how I should approach this. His interactions with Ashley led me to believe he was only interested in something casual. If it weren't a close friend, I might be more objective about the situation, but with how things have unfolded, I'm not sure. Is initiating and pursuing a sexual relationship with another person while in the beginning stages of non-exclusively dating someone you like a red flag? Should I try dating him or commit to backing off? I, 23F, broke up with my boyfriend, 33M, and moved out. and he's still acting like we're together. I ended things the other day, packed my stuff, told him BC if his drinking and being treated constantly like SHT I was done and gone. I moved out the same night. I told him that BC I love him and care about him. I'd like to remain friends and check in on him. I even agreed to go to a movie this weekend that we were originally planning on seeing. The thing is, he is still texting me constantly, starting it with babe and ending it with I love you. I feel obligated to tell him I love him back. BC I do, but not romantically anymore, which he knows. When I was leaving he asked if it was forever and I didn't want to say yes and hurt him more, so I said something like I can't say what the future holds advice. TLDR, XBF still acts like we're together. Update. Okay guys, I get it. I'm at fault here. This is my first breakup and first relationship. I have no idea what I'm doing. I will talk to him. Thanks for the comments. Update. I phoned him. I canceled the movie, set clear boundaries and was upfront and honest with him. He hung up on me just as I was about finished, so I'll take that as him understanding. Thanks again for the comments. Hope you all have a good day.